Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Here at chartingwealth.com, all we ask is 10 to 15 minutes every day following these markets. For the day, stocks are mixed. The S&P 500's up a little bit. The Nasdaq 100 is down a little bit. 20-year bonds are up, but appear to be moving into a potential weekly vertical crossover going up. So far, one day into this week, gold is up some, again moving up quite nicely, starting the week off, forming a nice big green up candle, only up for the day 0.36%, but that's what the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks are showing us. And Bitcoin on the New York Stock Exchange Bitcoin Index up booming, up 8.66%, starting the week off. That is sweet and nice to see. Now, let's jump into the S&P 500 first. We had that weekly vertical crossover this last Friday, the 5th of November, and we start the week off with a candle moving up. That's nice to see. Price percent oscillator pulling away from the red signal line. Derivative oscillator going big green. 2-day chart, again, moving up quite nicely. This latest 2-day candle did finish drawing on Monday. It represented Friday and Monday. That's nice to see. Price percent oscillator losing a little bit of momentum. Derivative oscillator losing a little bit of momentum. Price percent oscillator just heading up to beat the band. And we can see where that little loss in momentum on the derivative oscillator comes from. It's where we saw things peak on Friday morning and then sliding sideways, penetrating the half day, almost said 4 hour, 195-minute trend line, still well above the 2-day trend line. So we will continue to again, chart things as they move along. And as I say that, I need to redraw the weekly trend line. We can't attach it to this week yet. Why? Well, the reason is because this current week hasn't finished drawing. And if you do that, you'll find that it keeps bouncing around and doesn't give you an accurate line. So until a candle finishes drawing, this is a good rule, it's not a real candle. It's a hope. Again, it will finish drawing on Friday at the close of the market, and that is when you have an actual candle. So we see that the S&P is moving up quite nicely. Let's look at the Nasdaq 100. What is it doing? Well, it is starting the week off, as far as the price movement itself goes, down just a little bit, 0.14%. But the Heikin-Ashi candlestick is moving up nicely. Price percent oscillator pulling away from the red signal line. Derivative oscillator switching from red to green. We look at the 2-day chart. Nice green up candle representing Friday and Monday. And we see the price percent oscillator heading up. Derivative oscillator going up just a wee bit, it looks like. And what's up with the half day? Sort of the same thing we saw with the S&P up on Friday morning, sliding sideways down a little bit over the course of the day, Friday afternoon and Monday. Price percent oscillator heading down. Derivative oscillator also losing momentum. Price is still well above the weekly and the 2-day. That is how we start the week off. We'll continue to watch and see just how high will it go. Who knows? If you keep printing money backed by nothing, inflating the currency, real things get more and more value, don't they? So, not meaning that they're becoming more valuable, that your dollars are becoming less valuable, but at the same time, that what? Inflates price. Now, let's leave stocks and we'll go to bonds. We see on the 20-year bond down for the day a little bit, 0.19%. Starting the week off, though, nonetheless booming up. Looks like we're trying to cross over going up. Derivative oscillator still barely negative. Price percent oscillator trying to oscillate over. And remember, these are oscillators. So they take their oscillation from the prior moves. Took things a while after the last drop to level out and oscillate back up again. And we're going into what appears to be the 3rd week of oscillating up movement. So we'll see as things move. This is not set in stone. This crossover might not have that at the end of the week. We've seen it happen plenty of times. If things devolve, that blue line that's trying to cross over now can pull right back through the red line, and that green candle can go to red. So derivative oscillator just barely holding on to some negativity. Look at the price percent oscillator. This again represents Friday and Monday. We said Monday's down a little bit, Friday up, and we can see things spiking up on the price percent oscillator and the derivative oscillator on that 2-day chart. What do we see on the half day? We can see where things slowed down in the morning and the afternoon. And again, a little bit of a loss for the day, 0.19% price percent oscillator nonetheless heading up. And the derivative oscillator. Remember, these are oscillators, so they're taking their push and direction in price movement from those prior patterns. They can devolve or they can increase. They can slow down or increase in speed. So we'll continue to watch and see how things develop. Now let's go to gold. Gold, of course, we had that weekly vertical crossover back on the week ending the 29th of October, going into the first day after that last full week following the weekly vertical crossover. Nice to see a big green up candle trying to form. Price percent oscillator spiking up, derivative oscillator heading up on that weekly chart. Look at the 2-day representing Friday and Monday, as I've said several times before. After we saw things sort of pump up and then slow down and move down, particularly that Wednesday, Thursday candle of last week, the 3rd and the 4th of November. Nice to see this latest candle pumping up and that price percent oscillator shooting up and derivative oscillator consequently doing the same thing. We look at the half-day chart and we see 2 days of nice movement. Price percent oscillator and derivative oscillator heading up. So gold going in the right directions, friends. Lastly, let's look at Bitcoin, the big gainer for the day. On the New York Stock Exchange Bitcoin Index, again, not reaching the high yet that we had back on the week ending the 22nd. That high was 66,647. We're up to 66,170 though. That's nice. The price percent oscillator heading up, derivative oscillator heading up. Check out the 2-day. What do we see going on with that 2-day? Worried about it crossing over, going down. Did not happen yet. It is actually a little more than flat, so heading up a little bit, although we still see a devolution in that derivative oscillator. It's still oscillating downward. And again, we'll just continue to watch and see prices above that 2-day and the weekly trend line, so that's good to see. We'll continue to watch. Look at this half-day chart at the end. Well, we saw it cross over going up during the course of the day on Monday, and it's been negative for quite a while, so that's good to see. Things are booming in Bitcoin for Monday, starting the week off right. That's where we are, folks. Thanks again so much for being with us. Of course, our Patreon members, we very much appreciate you. Thank you for all the support you give the channel. Lots of great benefits that we give Patreon members. Of course, that once a month live question answer call-in session. In addition to that, the weekly vertical crossovers that we send out every Thursday, 20 of them. 10 up and 10 down, unless the market doesn't provide that for us, then sometimes there'll be more ups than downs or downs than up, but we always strive to give you 20. A lot of good stuff to practice trade over and over and over. Our book is available, had an autographed copy waiting for you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.